What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Today we are reviewing West Coast Pale. It's technically brewed by Badco, which, as I found out on the back of this can, stand for Brewing and Distilling Company. Didn't know that. I'm very familiar with Badco, have ordered directly from the brewery before, but didn't know that they stood for Brewing and Distilling. Pretty cool and pretty apt. But yeah, so it's brewed by them, and it's brewed exclusively, as it says on the front of the can, for Asda, who are a supermarket in the UK. They're owned by Walmart, actually, so they're kind of the UK's version of Walmart. I'm quite excited for this one. I do quite like West Coast IPAs and West Coast Pale Ales. I think they're pretty pleasant and enjoyable. The particular flavours that they try to give, I find enjoyable. It's what I like about IPAs. So I think this one's going to be a good one. In terms of sort of general stuff, we're looking at 1.9 UK units because it's 5.6% in, as you can see, a 330ml can. Again, it's another IPA or pale ale, whatever, that I'm drinking that's 5.6%. So it is quite a fallback on percentage. I feel it's quite common. I see it quite a lot. I can't see much about the hops on the can at all. I think again it's going to be kind of quite similar to the other beers that we've reviewed, in the sense that they're just not listed on kind of more commercial beers and craft beers that are brewed for exclusively for supermarkets. But I think it's worth cracking into it. It's got quite a cool cover here, just a kind of I don't know what the word is, but almost like a negative photo of I'm not sure what bridge that is. I'm really showing that I'm English. Maybe, I don't know, Golden Gate, is that one familiar? Is that West Coast? But yeah, so I'll just read very quickly off the back here of what we're expecting from it. So just so that we know. So we're looking for a well-hopped, earthy pale ale with a fruity kick. Expect big, refreshing flavours. If that's what we get, this is going to be really enjoyable. This is going to be a good one. And it does say in the back, this beer is exclusively brewed for Asda in the UK. It's made by craft brewers for you to enjoy. And then underneath that says, the beer has been formulated to be refreshing and packed with craft beer flavours that you know and love. I feel like I could have written that. I always talk about flavours that we know and love. And I promise I didn't steal that from this. But yeah, we all know the classic flavours that are generally enjoyable. So I'm hoping to get this here, especially because it's brewed by a craft brewing company. I know technically the other beers I've reviewed on these supermarket reviews have also been. But like I say, Badco are really well known for their craft beers. A little bit more well known than the other breweries that brew for other supermarkets. Oh, really fizzy. That's probably how I've been storing it rather than the beer itself. But look at that. You probably can't see, but it's covered the whole thing. Right, let's try to pour without too much head. Okay. Got back control of it. Alright, so just straight off looking at it, very, very thin. I can see right through it. But a nice dark colour, very malty. A dark one, not even orange, I would say. Well, yeah, it is orange, but kind of like a browny orange. That sort of beers that look like that to me always tend to be malty. I don't know if this will be the case. We'll give it a smell from the can. I should have done that when I opened it, but it completely threw me off. Ooh, quite metallic from the smell. That's maybe how I've been storing it rather than the beer itself. Let me see if I can get any more smells from it to begin with that aren't metallic. It did say it was earthy, so maybe that's what's coming through. Yeah, tiny bit malty. That's really all I can smell. Yeah, not a huge amount of smell. Oh, I hope it's not thin. I think it's best to just give it a sip. I really hope it's not metallic, because it feels like that's been the theme all throughout this series, and yeah, you've seen my disappointment. Alright, let's get into it. Let's give it a go. Okay, so it's not metallic. Oh, tiny bit metallic on the edge, like at the end of the sip. I am getting earthiness. and a bitter flavour, not a bitter sting or anything. It's not, I don't know if I'm using the word correctly or not, which doesn't help, but it's not too resinous. I don't know if that's maybe the right, I don't know if that's the right or the wrong word. But yeah, definitely earthy. I'm really getting that. I'm not really getting, they say it's fruity. No, I'm not getting that. Not getting much fruitiness. I will admit, it's quite thin. It's not sort of creamy or thick. You know, sometimes it can taste, or it can feel in your mouth heavier than it looks, and that's not the case. It's quite thin. Yeah, I'm gonna happily admit and agree that it is earthy, but I'm not getting really much more flavour. I suppose it is a little bit fruity, but that really kind of lingers on your tongue rather than being the forefront of the flavours. It's an after flavour. It's like after you finish the sip and you know, I've been talking to the camera for a few minutes. That's really only when it's coming through. I wouldn't say it's the most pleasant, like it's not like a moreish flavour. Even if you quite enjoy this flavour, I wouldn't say it's particularly moreish. It doesn't help with that slightly metallic after flavour. It's not, I would never say metallic. It's particularly moreish with craft beers, unfortunately. And also it always feels like it's a mistake. Oh, it's vegan and vegetarian friendly, to be fair. But yeah, this is probably out of the few, I have had quite a few, maybe 6 or 7 beers by Bad Co. Probably the worst, unfortunately. It's a shame to see a well-established craft brewery not meet the expectations, but I think that's just kind of well, you just got to deal with it, really. That's the case, unfortunately. Yeah, not really particularly enjoyable. I feel like you kind of just sit down and you drink it and it's fine, but you're not going through a particularly fun journey. Give it another few sips before I give the rating out of 5, as always. But yeah, it's not really living up to expectations that great, unfortunately. Let's give it a few more sips though, stop being so pessimistic. Yeah, it's just malty and earthy in the back of the tongue. Not horrible or anything, but it tastes more like a UK ale than it does a West Coast pale, and that I didn't mean for that to rhyme. So yeah, not that fun. I'm gonna give this one 2.75. It's not particularly unpleasant. You can drink it and you're not gonna, it's not like I'm not gonna be able to finish it or anything. Always finish the beers that I review on this channel once I've finished the review, but yeah, not particularly enjoyable, or not particularly sort of memorable. It doesn't stand out as a very, very tasty, very nice beer or anything that's particularly out of the norm, so yeah, we'll give it 2.75. If you guys have tried this and you disagreed or agreed with me, or had any other opinions about this, it is pretty widely accessible. As I say, Asda are one of the largest supermarkets in the UK, and so if you're into your craft beer, chances are you'll be able to pick this up if you haven't tried it already. Also, if you guys have had other beers that aren't brewed exclusively for Asda by Bad Co, let me know what you thought of those. But yeah, not the most enjoyable. It's nice for like a malty beer, but if you're expecting something that's just a little bit more fruity and more of the IPA flavours, I wouldn't necessarily say you're going to get it from this one. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this review. Hopefully we'll get some more supermarket beers that can, that I give higher ratings soon enough. Not quite there yet, but hopefully soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give this video a like if you did like it, subscribe and comment, and as always guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace.